talking about public order, from high-risk police operations to public scrutiny. The name Colonel Hansel Marantan has long stirred public debate. Now his story takes center stage, not in a courtroom or a headline, but on screen. And Colonel Marantan joins us now to discuss his docu-film sa likod ng Tsapa. Welcome to Morning Matters, Colonel.
Good morning, Ms. Gretchen, and it's really morning that matters now.
Ang ganda po nun. Kayo lang po nagsabi nun. Oh. Okay, unang-una ho, bago natin puntahan ang inyong pelikula, I just wanted to get your thoughts because you have headed a lot of police operations already. At naririnig niyo po itong missing Sabongeros case. Unang-una, kayo po ba ay involved dito? Tinawag na po ba ang inyong tulong, ang serbisyo ninyo?
No, I'm not involved.
Oo, pero kung kayo po ay mabibigyan ng pagkakataon, saan po kayo magsisimula?
Maybe we start with counterintelligence. Those people who were involved and now involved, titignan ko yung lifestyle nila and agency checks maybe.
Pero paano kaya masasarado yung kaso if high-profile people are involved? Pag siyempre, alam po natin na hindi rin po madali banggain yan.
Yes, we have to be decisive and we have to be aggressive now, just like what we did in the previous operations. Tama na nandyan si General Torre. Alam niya ang gagawin niya dyan.
Walang takot?
Walang takot yan.
no? Pero, I mean, ano kaya ang kailangan para to seal the deal? Kasi ngayon, narinig po natin, puro testimonial evidence yung nakikita natin. Yung sa Taal, meron sila nahanap, pero nahanap nila bungo na hindi naman makuha yung DNA pa. Ano kaya yung, parang tingin ninyo, kasi malalaman nyo yun, parang eto na, may kaso na kami, sigurado na mahuhuli na natin yan dito.
May makukuha sila dyan na mga magte-testify and give them the goods for that case.
Confident po kayo?
Magano pa sila, mag-research pa sila.
Konti pa?
Yes.
Marami pa.
Welcome, marami pa yan. Marami pa ho yan.
Oo. Okay. Kayo po ay Davao City Police Office Chief during the time of the Quiboloy manhunt. Nandun po ako nung panahon na yon at nandun din kayo. Kayo po ay head ng City Police Office.
Yes, I was the ground commander.
Oo, pero ang alam ko po ay malaki pong role nyo dito sa pag-capture kay Pastor Apollo Quiboloy. Ano po yung exactly? I mean, what did you do on ground?
Sa role, pare-pares lang ho kami ng role. Ang direct boss namin at that time, si General Torre. Reporting kami lahat kay Chief PNP and Sec Benhar. Ako ay, specifically, ang naging role ko dyan ay, I did the CI, counterintelligence. I report mga goods, mga makukuha kong information to General Torre right away.
Pero 16 days po yun ng paghahanap.
Yes, it took us 16 days. Medyo mahirap kasi adaming mga obstructions May mga Senate inquiries, adaming mga nagdadivert ng mga information. At, nakita mo naman how aggressive they were, no? Yung mga members of the KOJC. Hindi makapag-imbestiga ng tama, hindi makapasok. So, we have to resort to other informants like the pastoral. Yeah. May mga nakuha kaming pastoral na nag-spill ng information. So, we pick up from there, apart from the technical capabilities na pinasok ni General Torre.
Paano niyo po natuntun? Ano po yung what gave it away, yung location po nila?
Mayroon nga nagbigay na informant. Yung mga alleged victims of Quiboloy, we call them members of the pastoral of the innermost circle. Sila na yung nag-guide sa amin. Nagsabi
kung nasaan.
Nandyan.
Oo. Pero totoo po ba na may mga tunnel yun na kaya nilang umikot-ikot? O talagang dun sila sa mismong area?
Mayroong building doon. We call that Bible Study Building. Maraming mga rooms yun. So, kung hindi accurate yung mga information mo, mawawala ka sa loob ng Bible Study Building.
Kasi malaki.
Malaki. And the compound is a 32-hectare lot. So, mahirap talaga. So, it took us maybe 16 days. Malapit na anniversary.
Oo nga, no? Oo. Tama ho ba na may pagkain na dinadala doon?
Yes, meron. Nasusundan na ho naman namin yon.
Oo. At paano sila pumapasok doon?
Hindi naman namin pinagbabawal yung pagpasok nila. In
Oo.
fact, practically, in percentage, maybe 70% they control the area. 30% lang sa PNP
Oo.
at that time.
Ano po itsura ng lugar? I mean, underground tunnel po yun sa ilalim ng
May underground, may by floor yan, up to 4th floor yung area eh. Pero what confuses the law enforcers ay maraming tao, may sila, no, naka-live feed sila lagi. Presumably, nanonood din si Quiboloy sa loob kung saan pupunta kami. So makakapag iwas siya doon sa mga polis na
Oo, pero ano
lalapit.
pong itsura ng area? I mean, nasa likod ba ng bookshelf? Nasa ilalim ba ng sopa?
Yeah. May room. The room of Quiboloy is centered ng mga many rooms ng mga pastorals.
So hindi siya underground?
At that time, hindi siya underground.
Kasi umiikot-ikot siya.
Umiikot-ikot
Kumbaga
siya.
parang meron po doon
Yes.
door na pwede siyang umikot-ikot.
Yeah.
Okay. Kasi it was a very sensitive situation.
Yeah, very sensitive situation talaga sa loob.
Lalong-lalo na nung nasa simbahan banda na parang the PNP was insisting at that time na nandun siya. At yun na nga, parang nagkaroon ng nagkaroon ng usapan na parang sinasabi doon na na-pinpoint. Pero yun nga, parang napunta rin sa may Bible school.
Bible study building, yes.
I mean, I guess that was one of the successful operations under your watch.
Under the watch of General Torre.
And General Torre, of course.
And General Bill.
Okay, ano po ito po ba ay makikita natin dito sa likod ng Tsapa?
Hindi siya masyadong naidetalye. Bakit? Because of the question of sub judice, maybe in passing lang, na pinakita lang yung the success of it. Or how we became so aggressive and we became successful in the operation of the kind of Quiboloy.
Wait, kayo po ay naging kontrobersyal sa inyong pagiging pulis. Actually, dahil na rin sa maraming mga incident, nung kayo po ay naupo bilang City Police Chief, nung araw na yun, parang hindi lang po kayo, tatlo po yung parang naging City Police Chief.
Yes.
Si Colonel Patay, si Colonel Butil, tapos kayo po yung pangatlo.
Yes po.
Oo. Parang ito po ba yung ano po yung mapapanood natin dito sa pelikula? Ito po ba yung pinapaliwanag ninyo yung mga nangyari sa mga police operations na yan?
Yes, briefly, we're trying to explain it all, pero medyo mahirap kasi ang dami. So one operation contains a lot of plannings there. So halos lahat ng operations na ipinakita namin dyan, o lahat pala, is covered with case operational plan. Sagutin ko lang bakit naging controversial yung mga operations ko. Kasi from the start, controversial naman yung ibinibigay nilang project sa akin. Like for instance, yung Teves case, for instance, covered yan by case operational plan. From the start, it became a very controversial one. Kasi ano bang situation nung pumasok kami? There was this Negros Oriental Massacre, namatay si Governor Ruel Digamo and 9 others. So 10 yung patay doon. So we dubbed that as massacre. And there was a portrayal of mastery ng pagpasok. Sabi nila mga scalawags, members of people na have gone through with trainings like special forces, scout rangers, marami ang trainings, but they are dismissed from the service. So makita mo natin na controversial talaga. So hindi ako nagdala ng controversies doon sa area. Controversial na yung issue nung pumasok po ako. So that's the situation. Even in the nakalagay din the Parañaque shootout, for instance, 2008. Bakit umabot kami ng firefights, 17 body counts and all that? Mayroon ng 21 bank robberies at that time na nailista kami. At ang to seal it all yung RCBC massacre sa Kabuyaw. May controversies na doon pumasok kami to establish sa Kuratong Balileng. And, well, nakasuhan kami, double murder. Nakulong yung ibang mga kasama ko, the Department of Justice, the person of Secretary De Leon, they filed the double murder case against us. So it did. Ganun na yung nangyari. Isa pa, yung Valle Verde, naging controversial na naman yun. Kasi ang daming nawawalang Fortuner at that time. 52 yata yung nailista kong nawawalang Fortuner. Among others. At very aggressive sila. Hostile masyado yung carjacking nila. Bumabaril sila. It's a in band. So, pumasok yung Task Force Limbas. Ako yung head at the time. Umabot na hanggang SILG Secretary yung yung control. The late Angie Reyes, General Angie Reyes. So, pumasok kami. May kontrobersya na talaga. So, we were there to stop the hostilities there. It became controversial.
Yun nga, kayo na rin po nag-bring up, rightly or wrongly, I guess it is a debate also that you were linked to several cases of the use of excessive force.
Yes.
Particularly, ito pong, may isa pong shooting sa Ortigas noong 2005 na nakunan po kayo ng UNTV crew na parang yung footage of your men opening the door of the vehicle and firing at the supposed carnappers.
Yes.
Para sa inyo po ba, ano po ba yung parang excessive force? Pag sinabi natin excessive force na, ano po ba nangyari doon? And, I mean, tell us all about your limits when it comes to
excessive force.
Applying force.
Yes. The excessive force ay very shady pang i-define yan. But when you fire something that is no longer needed, that's already excessive one. But when it's needed, then firing it, halimbawa, put that in the example, context like, meron akong ka-encounter, for instance, I fired the first shot, hindi siya na-incapacitate. I fired the second shot, hindi pa rin siya incapacitated. Third, fourth, hindi pa rin siya incapacitated. And then the final shot ko, na-incapacitated siya. Incapacitate means hindi na siya pwedeng mag-inflict ng injury sa akin or to other bystanders or what. So, you call that excessive force? Law enforcers fire their guns to incapacitate or neutralize them. The context of neutralize is to incapacitate them, which means they can no longer inflict injury sa mga bystanders or sa amin. So, at that time, that's the accusation na excessive use of force, but never been discussed in the merits of the case sa Regional Trial Court.
Is it just injure or is it neutralize?
What do you mean?
I-injure nyo lang po yung
Yes, we have to injure them. We have to incapacitate them.
Pero hindi naman po
dapat,
tutuluyan.
Hindi papatayin. But in the course of incapacitating them, namatay sila.
Oo. Hindi pa sapat na kung babarilin mo lang yung kamay.
That's not the intention of the law enforcers to kill them. That's murder. Mali yun.
Okay. Pero doon sa shootout po sa Ortigas, na nakunan nga po ng UNTV, ano po nangyari doon?
Well, that's covered by case operational plan. Matagal ang surveillance yan. It took us maybe 3 months na surveillance yan. Nakapasok ako sa nila. I think I was only 30-year-old at that time. So, off age, nakapasok ako sa nila, sa grupo nila. Nakita ko yung mga firearms nila. Nakita ko yung activities nila, like taking prohibited drugs and all that. Nalalaman ko rin yung mga mga conversations nila kasi part of that already. At may mold din ako sa loob nila. So, very accurate yung namin, yung operations namin. So, I wrote a case operational plan, in-approve yan ng Directorate for Intelligence, they give budget onto it. So, it's a project good for implementation. Pumasok kami sa eksena, yung nakita ng UNTV, referring to the UNTV, right? Yung may binabaril akong So, that's, well, to make one statement, that's the last nail of the coffin. Yan yung last na nakita yung insidente, but hindi nakita ng UNTV yung what transpired 30 minutes ago na there was firefight already na nangyari. Wounded na yung deputy ko, si Captain Belmonte at that time. So, nung pumasok kami, armed pa rin naman sila eh. Hindi naman dahil portrayed to be dead, hindi na sila hostile. So we have a lot of experiences about that. So nung pumasok ako sa eksena, nung nilapitan ko kasi nobody wants to get closer kasi ako lang yung medyo aggressive din ako na pumasok doon sa eksena. So sa tingin ko, sa my appreciation ko, they were holding hand grenade or call that explosive. So I fired shots doon sa mga kamay nila para to incapacitate them, not in the furtherance of dislodging the grenade. So I fired on the arms. Mali naman yung sinasabi nila na binaril ko sila sa ulo. Mali yun. Even before na nag-firefight kami, tinamaan na sila sa ulo. Ang shot ko ay papunta sa mga kamay nila. Malayo yung UNTB. Well, tapos na ho yung kaso, no? I can discuss it now.
Yes.
It's no longer a sub judice issue, but the intention was to incapacitate them more. Kasi we know that they are very aggressive also. They were under the influence of prohibited drugs. We addressed them as not normal at that time, so they were monsters at that time. So, manghirap kasing makipaglaban sa mga taong with firearms, with assault rifles, and under the influence of prohibited drugs. Yan yung nangyari rin sa Parañaque. Yung mga kuratong bariling, bago sila engage sa mga banks and the RCBC massacre. It's not only crime against properties. And they take lives na talaga. Kukunin na nila yung buhay ng mga tao. I-examine ninyo yung RCBC massacre. Ang daming patay doon. They're not supposed to be dead. Kasi ang kailangan lang naman ng mga bank robbers ay kunin yung pera. But bakit may mga patay? So, that is because of the influence of prohibited drugs. They were not normal at that time.
Ito pong pinag-uusapan natin actually, this is also the subject of debate when it comes to the drug war of former President Rodrigo Duterte. Kayo naman po, nasan po kayo noon? Yung panahon ni Digong?
I was in jail.
Hindi kayo masyado.
They put me under incarceration because of the
Gaano katagal po
Atimon.
kayo nasa?
Close to 5 years.
5 years.
Yes.
Oo. Pero, hindi ba parang pwede, because of the gray areas around the use of excessive force, hindi ba parang may tendency rin to go the other way and have this abused by police officers? I mean, yun nga, no, parang si Digong na rin nagsabi noon.
Hindi, may ruling na po kasi yan sa Supreme Court, no? Kung ano yung issue mo, yung i-fire mo. Like for instance, ang issue ko ay isang M16 at saka isang pistol. Pag nag-engage ka sa akin, kung kahit naman 9mm yung hawak mo, ang issue ko ay M16. I will fire M16 against you. So, hindi na tayo magkapantay sa laban. Kasi, gumagamit ako ng assault rifle sa'yo as versus yung 9mm pistol mo. Talong-talo ka talaga sa akin. Pero, Gretchen, hindi naman kami pupunta sa isang police operation para magpabaril sa kanila Pumunta kami doon para to incapacitate them, to neutralize them. At gusto kong malinaw na we belong to a task force, no? At and we write case operational plans for organized crime groups. Usually pumapasok kami kung hindi na nahihirapan na yung local policemen to do it. 'Di ba, may mga local policemen tayo na doing the traffic and all that. Stationary sila. They stay there. And yung mga criminals...
Specialized operations.
Yung mga criminals, alam nila yung mga bahay nila, alam nila yung members of the family, and they can inflict harm sa mga natin, no? Sa mga local policemen natin. And that's one of the reasons bakit pumapasok na yung task force or members of the national support units. Yung nga po, highway patrol, the IG, the CIDG, yan, pumapasok yung mga yan because they are from the national support units.
Okay. Why tell your story now? Sino po lumapit po ba sa inyo of course, this is done by a Davao journalist, that's Edith Caduaya, nakasama po natin sa coverage natin sa KOJC. Nandito nga po siya ngayon, so very supportive. Paano po nangyari itong pelikula? Siya po ba ang lumapit o kayo po ang may gustong magkwento ng panig ninyo?
Siya po ang lumapit sa akin at parang naisahan pa nga niya ako dahil ang sabi niya, documentary lang. Tapos, now, never na it is a docu-drama already and it will be shown sa theaters nationwide on August 13. Sabi niya, we write down your ano, kasi ang dami, there were attempts already. Like, when I was in jail, nag-usap naman po kami ni Senator Bong Revilla, sina Senator Jinggoy, kasi we were there inside jail. Nag-attempt na magsulat, hindi na po natuloy. When I got out of jail, na-meet ko naman sina Mr. Cortez and Don Remo, mga directors. They tried to write it down. Ang dami nilang nasulat. In fact, they prepared a PowerPoint presentation already na hamper yan ng Tebes operation. And then, nung nag-resume kami to continue the project, na-hamper na naman ng Quiboloy. So, I went to Quiboloy. So, nawala na talaga yung momentum. So, nung nandun naman ako, there's this certain Edith Caduaya, very aggressive enough also, sulat. Okay, sige. Ang documentary mo naman, maybe not more than 10 minutes, I think. So, okay, sige.
But this is turning out to be 1 hour?
1 hour and 50 minutes already.
50 minutes.
Yes.
Sino pong gaganap na kayo?
Ako na.
Ay, kayo na.
Opo.
Kayo mismo.
Hindi. Mayroong younger version ng Marantan, 5-year-old, 7-year-old, that when I was,
So may mga
breathing.
reenactment tayo. At saka
Yes,
yung
they
mga
were.
nabanggit po ninyo ng mga police operation, yun po ang idedetalye nyo
Yes,
dito.
6 yung na-mention dyan na police operations.
Okay. Ano po ang nasa puso ninyo? Ano po mensahe po ninyo sa mga manonood? And what do you want the viewers to see in this documentary?
Mga kababayan kong Pilipino, ang kwento po na ito ay kwento ng buhay ko na sumisimbolo sa buhay ng maraming kapulisan who suffered the same fate na napabayaan ng state. I can say that napabayaan ng state kasi hindi naman nila kami nailaban. Kaya nga nakulong kami. Kasi the failure of one section mag-domino effect sa iba. So kami yung tinamaan. It was a good operation. Lahat yan, good operations covered by case operational plan. But in the end, nagiging villain kami lahat. Kasi politicized siya. Kaya dapat ihiwalay natin yung politicking dito sa law enforcement operations. Kasi the moment na it's covered by case operational plan po, pinirmahan na po yan ng mga magagaling na tao. Napag-aralan na yan. So, ito po ay kwento ng buhay ko pero it's not limited to me alone. Kwento po ito ng maraming kapulisan na ganito rin po ang sinapit nila.
Sa totoo lang, madalas sa mga kapulisan po natin, hindi natin naririnig, tahimik lamang. Madalas ayaw nga magsalita.
Yes.
So we are looking forward to watching this film. Saan po mapapanood?
Sa SM Theaters nationwide on August 13.
August 13 hanggang?
Well, the producer and the director can answer it better. Wala akong masyadong alam sa specifics of the movie.
Okay, i-search na lang po natin sa likod ng Tsapa.
Sa likod ng Tsapa.
Tsapa, behind or beyond the badge?
Beneath the badge.
Beneath the badge.
Yes.
Beneath the badge is a policeman's story and we will stay tuned to that kung ano po ang kwento po ninyo bilang isang ganap na pulis, Pilipinong pulis. Maraming salamat, Colonel Hansel Marantan, the name behind many big operations.